semen retention will change your life. Semen retention might change your life. I have a different take on semen retention. I do not believe that most men, should be on a semen retention for their whole lives. I don't think that semen retention is something that all men can do for a longer extent of time. And I also do believe that a lot of men who preach doing longer strings are not necessarily doing it the right way. They are more repressing and suppressing than they are letting go of that beautiful sexual energy. It is very true. Sexual energy should not be wasted. I've given up porn and I'm never looking back. All men should quit porn. You cannot be on a semen retention if you're still watching porn. There's no way of it. Technically, you could. Let's be real. If we are to be joking about the subject, we could say that you can be on semen retention because semen retention does not prevent you from watching porn because you could hold your semen in and watch porn at the same time and jerk off at the same time. The thing with semen retention, it does not stop you from having sex, does not stop you from masturbating, it does not stop you from masturbation with porn. The only thing you need to do is contain that semen inside. If you contain your semen inside of you, you are doing semen retention. The rest is all up to you. I'm saying this tongue in cheek. It's a joke. If you want semen retention, you are choosing the path of sexual discipline. Sexual discipline does not mean you never indulge in those things. First of all, let's be completely. Porn should not have a place in a man's life. If you have not given up porn, I cannot help you, and this video is not for you. For me, the process of semen retention goes hand in hand with desexualizing your brain. Even if you are not doing it for a long period of time. But at the very least, you should be able to go a few weeks without thinking about ejaculation. What I mean by that, if you want to know how addicted you are to a substance, go a week without it and see if you can do it, first of all, and if you can do it, second of all, if you have strong cravings to do it. If you did not do it and you did not have strong cravings to indulge in that substance, in that case porn, you are not really addicted. But porn is a bit different, and we are talking about ejaculation. If you can go a few weeks, you are already good to go. I would say that if you can do a few weeks, now it's time to push it a bit further. Go 3 weeks, go 4 months, go a few months, go 3 months. What I'm trying to tell you is that it is not something you have to do for a longer period of time. It is okay to do it to a certain extent. If you are in monk mode, for example, if you have decided to not date women because you want to focus, it is okay to be on semen retention because first of all, you'll be too busy doing other stuff, so you won't necessarily think about it. But it is good to have the sexual discipline and see how far you can go through. What I'm telling you not to do is suppress and repress and feel that you are so much better off because you are not ejaculating. That is not the case at all because sometimes we tend to force ourselves to be on semen retention, and that is not the way to go because this suppression and repression will come back and bite you in the ass. That is why semen retention and meditation go hand in hand. When you can have meditation, breath work, and relaxation techniques in your life, you can transmute that sexual energy that is very potent, that is very strong. That is why it's so bad to repress it, because you repress something that is much stronger than you are capable of dealing with. What you have to do is cooperate with that sexual energy. Let it go. Relax your body into it. Not indulge it. Relax into it. Let it flow through your body, through your mind. And that is how you can deal with it. You don't deal it with violence. You deal it with cooperation and understanding, and you just let it flow. So test yourself. If you have given up porn, you are automatically, get on a semen retention streak. this is key to this video. If you can go a few weeks without thinking about ejaculation, you are good to go. Now, there's a time frame for when you want to ejaculate. And this is not from me. This is a man Tai Chia. He's a sexologist, I think, that a famous sexologist from Chiang Mai who explained that men, as they grow older, should ejaculate less often. In your 20s, maybe it's once a week. In your 30s, maybe once every 2 weeks. In your 40s, maybe once every 3 weeks. And by the time you reach your 40s, 50s, and 60s, once a month, once every 2 months. Because you have to understand that this is sexuality that you want to conserve, but it does not mean that you never ejaculate. And it does not mean that when you have sex, you ejaculate all the time. You can have sex without ejaculation. Now, it's not so easy. It takes time, it takes practice. But if you have a long-term girlfriend, it is a good time for you to practice this. And being indulgent with yourself is not simple, and you get better over time. You want to have your own pace. That is just a time frame I heard from someone on the internet, but it does not mean you cannot ejaculate more often than this if you feel like it. If you already have a semblance of sexual discipline, you are better off than most men who think that ejaculation is a thing that should happen daily, is a thing that you should do all the time. It is not the case at all, whether it's through masturbation or with a woman. You want to have that sexual discipline and conserve it. And even when it comes to ejaculation, David Data, the author of The Way of the Superman, explains the man should be in control of his ejaculation, not the other way around. That's all for this video. I want all men to have sexual discipline. Even though it's not easy, it will help you tremendously in your life. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Sebastien, your addiction recovery coach, and I am here to help those of you who want to desexualize their mind, quit porn, and other addictive behaviors and compulsions. Thank you so much for listening. I'm sure I can help you. Links in the description box. I said it in reverse, but anyway, it works.